Now that I know how easy it is to get really close to your ideal weight, I have to share it with you. You're sitting there wondering, what is this Rectum diet? So just how does one achieve a sphincter-free meal? This is simply so easy, you won't believe you didn't think of it yourself. There are absolutely no calories to count. All you need is a scale. The No Rectums diet is simply consuming only foods that never had a rectum. Every kind of meat, even fish, comes from an animal, of course, that has an anus, and dairy and eggs, of course, come from food sources that are not rectum free. If you really stop to think about your food, you would never want anything to do with a rectum on your clean plate, right? All animals have a bum. They don't go together. The most important part of your diet is figuring out what not to eat. Once you do that, what you have left is basically fruits, vegetables, nuts, beans, fungi, seeds, anything that comes from a plant-based food source. Most of us only need about 1,600 to 1,900 calories per day. Simply put, the ideal way to consume food is whole foods, minimally processed, all non-GMO, plant-based. Now, if you're eating a lot of whole foods and organics, you can probably get by with even less calories. Here's how simple this is. You're going to probably want to figure out your BMI target weight range. You simply go online, plug in your weight and height, and figure out your weight range. So for me at 6'1" plus, my weight range ideally is about 144 pounds to 188. I'm hovering right about 160 and feel great. So remember, I said no need to count calories. That would take most of the fun out of eating. Eating should be a pleasure. Simply weigh yourself every morning when you get out of bed and work towards the area of your BMI range that feels right for you. For 99% or better of the people, that midpoint of the BMI range roughly is where you're going to be healthy. A quick review. If you've got something on your plate or in your refrigerator, something on the menu at the restaurant that came from a food source that had a rectum, it's not really food, it's a carcass or a part of a carcass, and don't eat it. Eating carcasses it's like eating your neighbors. So what I'm talking about here is also a great way to avoid almost every rampant chronic disease in America. Most people in America are on the rectal diet, and over time that leads to regular consumption of pharmaceuticals. Pharmaceuticals have side effects. Even before the side effects from the pharmaceuticals, there are negative impacts on mood from eating too many carcasses. The combined effect of all that is something I call DHS. DHS? Decad syndrome. You don't want to go there. Chronic grumpiness, misery, pain, disease. DHS, it's not where you want to go. Let's face it, most of us we're not going to be the next Gandhi or Mother Teresa. We'd be doing pretty well just to be less selfish. So, resolve now to go on the rectum-free diet. The future of the human species and the health of the planet are on the line. Close examination of an apple, sphincter-free. See this on your plate? That's nasty.